How's everybody? Koryo here. And in today's video, I just wanted to go over a couple weeks ago, I went surfing, and I want to talk about surfing as a quadriplegic and also this organization called AccesSurf that allowed that to happen. And they're not paying me for this video or anything like that. They're a nonprofit organization. It's just really special because it is a free program that is offered to anyone with a physical, cognitive disability, friends and family. It's just a good time and an organization that I'm very, very appreciative for because they were the first ones to kind of get me back into the water. For the people that have been here for a while or that have been following the journey, I was hurt diving into shallow water. So getting back into the water, I think the first time I got back into the water after my injury was about like 10 years or something like that. 10 years after. Going back into the water. So yeah, Access Surf was that organization to help me do so. But the really good thing is that it's free to everyone, but also free to visitors or kamaaina. So people that live here or people that are visiting here in Hawaii. Only on Oahu. So not like Maui or anything like that. This is just here on Oahu. But I wanted to kind of show the whole process, what it's like, what to expect if you are visiting, if you are planning or even wanting to try it, because it's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing well, maybe a little bit stressful your first time because you're out of the element, you're in the water, you're basically in Mother Nature's hands for the most part. And there's so many people that are out there to help. But if you're new to the channel, I'm Koryo. I make videos about what it's like to live with paralysis and all things spinal cord injury. If you would like to follow along, that would be awesome. So let's get into it. All right, so once you arrive, everything is already set up, and this time it was at Waikiki Beach, so super walkable and rollable from all the hotels, and I hope they really do keep it at that location. The only thing that they do ask is that you check in and register prior to the event, and these happen the first Saturday of every month, and I'll link the website and registration information in the description below. You can see everything is down to a science. Like they have all these volunteers there, the transfer crew with the beach chairs. They have the people scheduling who's going to surf. Just so many volunteers and all hands on deck that make this experience just so smooth and enjoyable that you don't have to worry. Another cool thing about this organization is that it's all inclusive and everything you need they already have, and you don't need to bring anything other than your normal beach stuff. So life jackets, surfboards, stand-up paddles, blue mats, beach chairs, rash guards, you name it. It's all there. They have it for you, and that's what makes it so cool. You don't have to worry, and you just have that peace of mind of being able to go into the ocean. So, like I brought up and mentioned before, they have a full-on transfer team that is there to help assist in any way, shape, or form. And because I've done this a few times, I can kind of help and kind of direct what is kind of the best way to help transfer me into the chair. But again, if it was my first time, like I just let them do whatever you know they felt comfortable with or how they do the things, and that's totally fine. That's what they're there for. So again, advocate for your needs, but also they're there. A lot of them are PTs, OTs. There's a lot of volunteers, surfers, just people that are just generally people that want to help and that have done this for a while. I believe the organization's like 10 years old, a little bit more than that, and they have this like every volunteer has this kind of training they go through for every day at the beach. So it's like again, it's a pretty well-oiled machine, and they have it really down to what they need to do and how to help. And getting into the water, like there's so much help there, and it's just you feel like just feel pampered with all the help getting into the water. So in all honesty, so I think the most challenging or the hardest part, or the scariest part of the whole going into the water when you're paralyzed is the transition from beach chair to surfboard. And I think that's because once you're in the water, you become weightless, and basically you just surrender yourself to Mother Nature. And I know there's many people around and people that are there to help, and you're not going to drown. I think it's just that uneasiness of just kind of not having any control and kind of, and I'm not the strongest swimmer, or, I still have not done that or practiced that skill very often. You can see here when they kind of get me into the surfboard, the easiest way that we found is kind of holding onto the board, and then they just bring my legs up and my body, my lower half, and then kind of reposition. Um, but yeah, it is a little uneasy, but it's worth it. So you kind of go through that uneasiness and that challenge because it's worth it. To get on the board, to stretch out your back, to be out in, at the beach and surfing, it makes it all worth it. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you do go tandem surfing, so you do have. This is brought a Pat with me. I've gone with him a few times, so they really assist you in everything, in paddling out, catching the wave, and you're just kind of there hanging on, holding on for the ride. And usually there are like each session when they bring you out is like 30 minutes. In a 30-minute span, I think typically I get like 5, 6 waves, depending on the swell and depending on how busy it is out there. But it's they're baby waves, right? Don't get me wrong, it's nothing massive or anything like that, but the feeling, and I can't this is the unique thing about surfing that I haven't found anything else. It's like it's so smooth, right? The ride, like you can hear like the waves and the beach and like everything outside, but once you're on the wave, it's so smooth, and you really just feel just kind of the wave and the like the power of the ocean, which is it's hard to describe. You just kind of have to do it, and it's funny that I didn't surf before my injury, but I only find this afterwards. But go figure. But yeah, once your 30 minutes is power and all done, then you just kind of come back in, and you wait for the other transition part of going back in, right? So you go from surfboard back to beach chair, and then beach chair to the beach. So, and it's the same thing in reverse. And to top it off, you can see that they even bring you over to the shower area so you can rinse off afterwards. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up this video. Again, I'll leave the link to AccesSurf and all the information in the description, so you can access that if you want to plan your trip, or just kind of want to get involved. If you want to volunteer, it's just such a great organization. And again, they're not paying me to do any of this. Like, I'm not kissing ass. Like, it's just a really good time. And I think that just really needs to be shared, and because the people involved are just it's just awesome. But yeah, until the next one, I think that'll do. Okay, shoots everybody. Bye.